Okay, we're back. Just a little update on this stove. Just be a short little video. So last night I tried it again. I didn't like how this thing was glowing red hot up to about there. Makes for a nice bluish color on there though. But anyways, it just letting so much heat out. Now it was burning really clean, but you know, I'm trying to keep as much heat as I can in here because it's such a small little stove. So what I did was I made a baffle for it. So I had this old door from a barbecue, so I just cut it out and then I just put it in there. Let's see if it'll zoom in here. Can you see that? There you go. I just put that bolt up there because it was hanging down, so I'm just trying to you know, just not use up that much space in the firebox. You know, like it only holds so much wood as it is because it's got this grate down here, and then now you put that up there, so you lose another 2 inches, 2.5. So it definitely did its job. It was a little harder to get the stove started compared to before. Not a big deal, but it definitely wasn't as easy as before. And the heat definitely stayed in the stove. Like this kind of area here was glowing a bit red. It was just glowing the pipe just a little bit up there. Burn times about the same as before, really. Maybe it's holding a little more heat and burning it a bit slower, but you're putting less wood in. So I mean, the only thing I could do is I could take out the baffle, cut it out, and that would allow me a little bit more wood in the bottom. But I don't think I'm going to do that, just because it's kind of holds the stability of the stove, like kind of holds it together there. I don't want to, and it's hard. It's going to be hard to go in there and cut it out anyhow. So so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to leave that baffle in there for today, and I'm going to go and buy one of those chimney dampers off Amazon. Either that or I'll build one, we'll see. But either or, it's gonna get one, and I'll probably put it in the pipe right around here somewhere. I thought of maybe installing it a bit higher, but just to give out every little bit of heat I can. But we'll see. I'll probably just put it right there. The stove, this is the shortest pipe that you're supposed to put right off the stove. So I'll do that. The way I put the baffle where I put it, it still allowed me to take this cover off without hurting anything. Kind of noticed that I thought this thing wasn't sitting as flat as it should. Maybe because this was so much hotter than it was before. But it definitely did its job of not just sending the pipe or the heat out the pipe. Now the only downfall was that it definitely had a little more smoke than before. So you can see it in the end of the pipe. Not a big deal, that'll just clean right out of there. But I mean, I'm using softwood, right? I'm just using pine and spruce, and it just burns dirty. No matter how seasoned it is, you can season it for 3 or 4 years, it will still burn a bit dirty and black. Before, it was just burning so hot that, you know, there's no smoke at all. If you've seen that first video I made on the review, there was almost no smoke the whole time. So the plan is I'll try the damper. I'm gonna leave this piece in here and try both of them together. And then the next experiment, I'll pull that back out. There's just one screw at the back there. That's how I fastened it. There's a screw in the back here. I just took that one out right there and then put the nut from the inside. But yeah, it throws out lots of heat. Not too much out the sides. Most of the heat comes out the back, the top, and just a little bit out the sides because it does have that other shield, and it's like double wall in there. There's a bit of a shield for that secondary burn. But that was a good idea with the secondary burn that they did. It definitely works. So we'll try that. I'm just trying to think of what else I'm going to do to it. There's not a whole lot I can really do. Oh, this thing here, you know, it's nice having a glass, but it's not nice when it's completely black. So what I'm gonna try after those experiments, hopefully I can just take the baffle right out of there and the chimney damper will do its job. Then I can stuff more wood in there. But what I'm gonna try doing is making some stainless pipe that I have here and screw them into those holes and direct them at the glass here to create kind of like an air wash to hopefully throw hot air and burn up smoke and stuff, and see if that's how if that'll you know, keep the glass clean. Do maybe one from each side or maybe two from each side and direct them at the glass, because it would be cool if that would stay clean. That was part of why I bought the stove, is because I wanted to be able to see it, but I mean, the way it is now, you can hardly see anything. But again, I'm burning pine, and if it was, you know, a cleaner burning wood, then that might stay nice and clean. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and the next video will show how the damper works and what improvements it made, or if it made anything at all. So far, it's a really cool little stove. You just can't get much more than, you know, 2 hours burn time out of it, which not really good for me. Like for me, I'm wanting to get, you know, at least 6 hours of sleep undisturbed. I don't want to be up every 2 hours stoking this thing. I notice that when I see all these people doing this bushcraft and sleeping in hot tents and stuff. I mean, you know, years ago I was living out in an old motorhome, and I built a wood stove for it. I could get 6 hours of burn time at minus 30 Celsius. So that's pretty good. But it was a custom built stove. There was nothing really fancy about it. It was just bigger than this, held more wood, and it was round, and it had a chimney damper. But so I may end up making a stove still. I was planning on making one, but I thought I'll just buy this one and try it. Definitely kicks out a fair amount of heat, just you need to babysit it, that's all. So if you're looking for a full night's sleep, 6 hours, you're not going to get it with this stove. You're definitely going to have to be feeding it, because once it gets to that 2 hour range, there's still a little bit of wood down there, but it's not really throwing out much heat. Okay, that's it. We'll try it again and see how she goes. It's hard to even get a picture here, but yeah, this is the old trail. See what happens when I don't get the old chainsaw going in 20 years? Well, Andy's belt is trashed, but we're gonna use it anyways. It doesn't look too bad. No, it's not bad at all. Okay, let's go.